And blessed love to each and every one. I'm very thankful for your presence. I'd like to give a special word to all the subscribers directly of the Shock of the Hour program. For those who may not know, the Shock of the Hour is a program that's aired every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It is produced at that time, and it is approximately an hour long. Within the Shock of the Hour, we go into different levels, different realms, and we touch many different subject areas, whether it be geopolitical, whether it be spiritual, whether it be religious, whether it be theological, whether it be historical, whether we are dealing with social issues, whether it has to do with your health and your wellness. Whatever the case is, we break it down, we carry it to the different heights, the cosmos. It is the Shock of the Hour. Now, for those who are subscribers, not to the YouTube channel, but to the Shock of the Hour program, we have a special treat, I would say, in store for you. Now, for those who do not know, the Shock of the Hour is a program that you literally subscribe to, and you receive the program each and every day in your inbox via the email. So the program itself, after it has been recorded, after it has been produced, it is literally sent to you directly within seconds, and you find it in your inbox when you go and take a look. So they have different individuals who have created their own library, their own archives with the Shock of the Hour. There are those who have dozens of Shock of the Hours, scores of Shock of the Hour, going into hundreds of episodes of the Shock of the Hour, which is our program where we give you different levels of information and inspiration. It is the mystic vibration. Now, the Shock of the Hour is a program that would cost you 50 United States currency dollars monthly if you become a monthly subscriber. Now, of course, you're getting hours of information, almost 20 hours worth of information directly coming from our institution that will do nothing more than elevate you and carry you to another level and to a different heights. Now again, we're here to offer you something special. It is our desire to spread the information, to spread the knowledge. Now yes, at least 1 out of every 4 of the episodes of the Shock of the Hour will find themselves via us through the international community, the internet, Facebook, and of course YouTube. But the majority of the Shock of the Hour programs were not designed directly to hit the internet. You must understand that information and inspiration is something that is very key, and when we go into the depths of it, it is something also that is very sacred as well. So I'm saying, for those who are already subscribers, I am giving you an opportunity to save some money as it relates to the Shock of the Hour. Now, if you, as a subscriber, can get just one other person to subscribe, just one other person to subscribe to the Shock of the Hour, meaning that they will pay their subscription, which is the $50, and they will be receiving, just like yourself, every evening, or at least by the morning, they will be getting the program from the prior evening, the Shock of the Hour program, for the $50. If you can secure one other person, obviously beside yourself, and when they literally contact us, they would say, well, my name is such and such, and I was asked to contact you through, and they give the name of the person that, if you want to use the term, hook them up, and they become a subscriber. The person that quote unquote hook them up, they will only pay $50, but the $50 will go towards 2 months, not 1 month, 2 months. So now you're getting an extra month, as long as the person that you brought into the realms of the Shock of the Hour is still with us. You only pay $50 and you will be getting 2 months. Now you're getting a month's worth still already for only $50, but you'll still be paying that only $50, but now you'll be getting 2 months worth of the shock of the hour. All right, listen to this. If you are to bring in 3 people, listen to me good, you are a subscriber, and you get 3 others beside yourself, not one now. If you bring one, you still pay your 50, but you get 2 months worth. So it's as if you're getting a month free every cycle. Okay, good. Now you get 3 people, not 2. If you bring 2, I'm thankful for the extra person. If you bring 3 people, if you have 3 people under your belt, 3 people that has testified that they are subscribing to the shock of the hour because you brought them into the shock of the hour, then you do not have to pay at all for the shock of the hour, as long as these 3 individuals are a part of the shock of the hour. Okay, hold on. If for one reason or the other, one of these individuals say, listen, I'm not going to be a part of this for a moment, I have to take a break for 2 months, 3 months, whatever, because they will come back. It's the shock of the hour. All right. And you can get another person. Once someone comes in and say, well, yeah, I was brought to the shock of the hour by such and such, or at least I'm coming in under their name. Well, there you go again, and you do not pay for the shock of the hour. You get the shock of the hour every day, just as usual, but you do not pay at all, because you have 3 people, which is easy. I mean, 3 people that are a part of the shock of the hour program, and they are paid their $50 a month. Okay, now you're not using them, because the same thing that goes for you goes for them. Any one of the 3 people that you brought in could bring in a next person, and that next person will come in and say, well, listen, my name is such and such, and I was brought in by one of these 3 persons. Well, the person that brought them in, now they will again continue to pay their 50, but not per month. It will be $50 every 2 months, because they brought in someone new. If they now, one of your 3, remember you brought in 3, and the 3 of them are paying their subscription per month, you're not paying nothing at all for the month, because you have 3 people under your belt or under your list, 3. So you don't have to pay once you have 3. Now one of the 3 decided to get 3. They don't have to pay neither, and that doesn't change the thing with you, because you still have 3 under your belt or under your chart. You have 3 people that you brought in, and yet still one of those 3 that you brought in 3. So they don't have to pay anymore, because they have 3 people that are listening to the shock of the hour. They have 3 people that are receiving the shock of the hour every single day and paying their subscription as well. And guess what? If any one of those 3 decide to bring in a next person, they will continue to pay their 50, but they're going to get 2 months worth now, because they brought in someone else. But the someone else that they brought in has to pay their regular subscription. The subscription for the shock of the hour, is $50 per month. And I will repeat, it's only $50. I love you to my heart, but I don't care what nobody says. It's more than worth that. Straight up. Okay. But at the same time, we are still trying our best, although we are already sharing the love, but to share the love more. There are individuals that do subscribe to the shock of the hour, and sometimes when the interval comes around, I know they may not have to say, but I know that they try their best to put together the 50 to make sure that the shock of the hour will continue. And then there may be those that I know that's not a problem to them at all. In fact, I know some of them are listening and they're saying, hey brother, I ain't gonna try to convince nobody to come and listen to you. I'll pay my $50 every month. What, you want more? And no, it's not about that. but still it would be good if you could get at least someone else to come along and listen to the information. So what I'm saying is this: it is giving back, although I know there's a fair, more than fair exchange with the information, but at the same time it is still giving back to you now, wherein you'll be in a position where bringing ones to this stream of information will also be a plus just to your spirit. Trust me, in the astral world, just bringing someone to this information will be a plus. And then I think it's a plus if your brother could tell you, well, you could hold the $50 per month now. That would be a plus again, you know. And we will grow and grow and grow. And this is also what you refer to as black business. If you listen to me, you know that from time to time we get into the whole aspect of us as a unit, not just as quote unquote small businessmen and women, micro business. We're going to invest X amount of dollars into micro business. Mr. Senator, what do you say? Micro business. Do you know what micro means? You gotta take not even a magnifying glass, not telescope, what do you call that stuff? A microscope to see these micro businesses and entrepreneur. We're big business people, you know, big business people. Now, obviously, only if you are still shackled and chained in your mind, you would object to anything that we just said a moment ago. We have a monthly subscription, my brothers and sisters, where we do a nightly radio production entitled The Shock of the Hour. And The Shock of the Hour is no lightweight program. We don't come and gossip. We don't just come and talk. Nobody's going to pay you $50 every month to just come and gab in the air, brothers. So our information, just like what you see on the YouTube, as you could obviously see, whether you agree or disagree, the information is always sound. And let us just be honest here. There's always a mystic twist to it that you cannot find in another person's book, because that's why it's called the mystic vibration. Straight up. So there's a fair exchange that we are doing, very fair, you know, more than fair, but yet still it's obvious that this is a building block business-wise, straight up, that if you can bring someone else to the table to sup with us, they will still have to pay for the meal, but your meal, let's just say you will be paying half price. I don't like to say it like that, because it's not $25 a month, it's $50 for 2 months, you know. And listen to this: if you can bring 3 people to the table along with yourself, you don't have to pay for your meal at all once they're still at the table. And if one goes and another comes, it don't make a difference. You still don't pay for your meal. Now, if you feel that you still want to pay for your meal, the chef is not going to argue with you. But I'm just showing you, as business beings as we are, I mean, and as I said, the information is worth it. It's valuable information. I think as any wise thinking individual, you would literally, if you want to say, take up that challenge. And I will repeat again, any of the 3 individuals you bring to the table, because our table is very large, any of the 3 individuals you bring to the table, if they bring 3, if each of the 3 bring 3 apiece, and each of these 3s bring another set of 3s, that pyramid of 3s, nobody pay nothing for the mystic vibration, but yet still at the end of the day, they would have brought at least 100 to 300 others to the table, and they are, you know, it's up to them. They can bring 3 apiece too, you see. Now, only a devil who has seen clearly what I'm saying would have anything negative to say because of some envious or I would stress wicked, enslaved psychological thought that we tend to have when it's obvious that we are using this method to literally, watch it good, literally empower each other. It's a very simple way to empower, not me, to empower each other. So the more you can bring to the table, you could say it's the more you're empowered. So when you start to bring more and more and more and more, then all of a sudden, from the shock of it, oh, it's going to have to start to pay you for bringing people to the table. And that is going to be the next step. Because if I'm telling you to bring 3 and you don't have to pay for the information, what do you think will happen when you bring 10 to the table? Then all of a sudden, I'm going to have to start to pay you. Now, I haven't put that in the clauses yet, but my word is bond, and the whole world is listening to me straight up. And no human being that knows me as a human being, that know my name and can look in my face, can say I've ever robbed them, or cheated them, or swindled them, or go around any bush. Straight up. So I've said it clear that this is how we do business together. Man, we have done so many programs, whether it's Shock of the Hour, YouTube, Facebook, lectures. We never say that we're any economists from this or that lodge or that university or that institute. No, but we know if 20 of us gather every week, laughing and chatting and drinking and smoking, we can save $1 a week as a group. And by the end of the year, we would have enough to start a business that could employ 7 of the 20 that have been drinking and smoking every night. I know that for sure. We could start a proper business and buy vehicles and rent a structure until we can afford to buy the structure. It's a simple thing. It's not that hard. Sometimes we try our best to make things complicated. So this is basically a business venture that we're bringing out. But obviously I'm going to put it to a specific mark first to see how serious we are. Because trust me, I don't see nothing hard to get 3 people. It's like the YouTube subscribers then. How many YouTube subscribers we have now? I think about 7,000. Yeah, let's say 6,000 something. And by the time you're watching this, it might be 10,000, whatever, But there's something that makes the person press the subscribe button, whatever it is. There is something. Now, I do not pride myself as a salesperson, but literally, imagine if I was trying. I'm telling you the truth. But the truth attracts people, maybe other things about you that they like to see and hear, but it's not as if you're trying to pull no one. So the point I'm making is, if you make an attempt, like we have 7,000 subscribers then, okay. If you make an attempt, I am positive you can find 3 people, 1, 2, 3, that would email me. All they have to do is email me and say, yes, Priest Isaac, I'm emailing you. My name is Menkara, and I am coming in under Brother Kufu. Kufu is a subscriber of yours. Okay, yes, I know Kufu. And Kufu told me that I told him I'm going to subscribe, and he told me to subscribe under his name. Now, Brother Priest, he didn't introduce you to me, In fact, I introduced you to him. Okay, but he was explaining to me the business structure. So if I, Menkara, come in, and we have 2 other brothers that he's bringing in under his name, he specifically won't be paying for the mystic anymore. Yeah, that's really the deal. Okay, well, I also, this is Menkara talking, I also have 3 brothers, 2 brothers and a sister that I want to bring in. I've already been speaking to them about it, and I'm going to bring them in, and it goes and goes, and you'll be getting this information, if you want to say, for free. Now, once we can see our people understanding that, and we gravitate to that level of unity, we talk a lot of unity, and we like to talk economic unity. Well, I'm talking economic unity right here. So obviously now, when you reach a certain point I got to return now, and I'll return and say, well, listen, my brothers and sisters, I see that this is stepping up now. So anyone, we have people that have already brought in 3 people. In fact, some of them are bringing in more than 3. You cannot be bringing in more than 3. At 3, you do not have to pay for the mystic vibration at 3 people. So obviously when you bring in more than 3, we have to begin to consider now, how are we going to repay these people here that are bringing subscribers to the mystic vibration? So then all of a sudden now, you ain't sending no money to the shock of the hour. The shock of the hour will be sending finance to you. You understand? So I mean, if we're serious now, if we're serious as we say, because you know I like to say, we love to talk a lot. But if we're serious as we say, we could definitely carry this to a next level. So my brothers and sisters, first try to see if you can get a next person. Just try one. Just try one and get double for your subscription. Just try one and you get double for your subscription. And after you get one, see if you can get 2 more with the one, and you don't have to pay for your subscription. You get the shock of the hour for free. You understand? Then we step it up until we start to even repay you for bringing people into the shock of the hour. And let me say now, even if you're not a subscriber as yet, that's a good way to start. If you can go out and get 3 people, they may be right in the same room with you. You may be watching one another. If you can get 3 people, and they will have to pay, you know. If you can come and say, my Lord, I want to subscribe. I have 3 people, they're going to email you tomorrow. The name is this, that, and the other. And then when this, that, and the other email and say, yes, I'm this, and this is that, and I'm the other, and we're emailing you, and we're coming into the subscription, and we're coming in under the name of Mr. So-and-so, because Mr. So-and-so already contacted me before. He's not a subscriber. But look at how he's going to begin his subscription by not putting in any finance, because he brought 3 people. And it's not, you're not trying to, you know what I mean, swindle them, you know. You tell them to their face, straight up, especially if it's a conscious community of you. You just tell them to your face, hey, listen, if you pay and you pay and you pay, I ain't gotta pay. Hey, so why you ain't gotta pay? I mean, come on, man, this is business, because if you bring so and so, I mean, the brother has some good stuff, man. I've been listening to the brother for a while, and you know, he has some razors under them tongues. So what I'm saying now, once you can bring in 3 others, man, you ain't gotta pay neither. And listen to this, man. I told him I have 4 other people, and he told me, man, if I bring those 4, yeah, well, he's gonna give me such and such and such amount. Man, this thing could work out. I don't gotta go back to the job anymore. You know, that's how you build empires, brothers, you know. You know, I'm telling you, they would ban this video from YouTube too. You know, maybe this is hate speech as well. Of course, this is the worst kind of speech. This is the worst, and I'm so sure that this is the worst. That even some of you that say that you're conscious and say that you're inspired, you will take the advantage now to find something strange to say, as it relates to even a venture like this, when we are all climbing up this ladder. I don't know about you, you know, but our mission is to liberate our people. I don't care what you say about, well, me too, it mightn't happen in my lifetime. Well, I'm so sorry you're going to die so quick. Because we're looking for our lifetime. We ain't waiting for no children and no grandchildren come and do nothing. We doing it. They have what they have to do. And we know what we have to do. Yeah. So I'm telling you straight, as the Bible says, great is the people when the prince rejoice. You understand? That means when the power is in the hand of the right people, the rest of the people rejoice. And that is the problem. The power is in the hand of the wrong people. That's why the people mourn and cry and all of that. Trust me. So this is why it's about growth. And if you're not on growth, spiritual growth, as you obviously see, that's the tops. Intellectual growth, economic growth, everything goes in hand. It is a balance, and we need to grow as an empire now. You know, we watch enough empire, It's time to build our empire now and grow. And to grow, it's spiritually. We definitely seem to be on the way intellectually, because everybody is the boss. Everybody is the top scholar. Everybody knows everything. We definitely need help spiritually, and economically we drowning. Yeah, trust me. So contact me. You know exactly what to do. Area code 268-728-3162. Or you could definitely email me at priestisaacs27@gmail.com. Yes, definitely. Give thanks. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah Rastafari I.